Hi kids, welcome to Ramayana session. So first let's connect with Sri Rama's energies and Hanuman's energies. Close your eyes, fold your hands and chant with me. Shri Rama Rama Rameti
Rama Rama Rameti
Rame Rame Manorame
Rame Manorame
Sahasranama Tattuliyam
Sahasranama Tattuliyam
Ramanama Varanane
Ramanama Varanane
Sri Rama
Shri Rama
Jaya Rama
Jaya Rama
Jaya Jaya Rama
Jaya Jaya Rama
Sri Hanuman
Shri Hanuman
Jaya Hanuman
Jaya Hanuman
Jaya Jaya Hanuman
Jaya Jaya Hanuman
Om
Om
Shivaya
Shivaya
Gurave Namaha. In the last class, we have talked about searching for Sita. So, Vanara's king Sugriva, he sent his forces all four sides of the earth to find where Ravana hid Sita. So, Hanuman and Prince Angada's team, they went southwards to find if Ravana hid her there on that side. East side, west, and north side, whoever they went, all those sides, they came back and reported they couldn't find Sita anywhere. So now all the responsibility is on Hanuman's team. They also went southwards and they reached a dry place. There was no plant or tree, anything. So they were very hungry, and then they saw a cave there. They went in that cave and they saw birds flying from that cave, and the feathers, the wings of that birds were wet. So they thought there is water somewhere. Then they went in the dark cave for few miles. Then they found a beautiful place at the other end of the cave. There they met Swayamprabha. She offered some fruits because all the Vanaras were very hungry, so she offered food and so many fruits to them. Their hunger was satisfied, and then they told her why they came there. Then she said, nobody is going to escape from this cave once entered, but you are on a good mission. You are helping Rama. So I'm going to take you all out of the cave with my spiritual powers. And then she got them out of the cave, and then she guided which way to go. She said, go even more southwards, then you will find a big ocean, that Hindu ocean there. You have to cross that ocean, then you are going to find Sita. Maybe she just guided a way. Then they all came out and they realized the time period Sugriva gave to them, that 1 month was over to find Sita. They could not find her. So if they go back, Sugriva is going to kill them. That's why Prince Angada and his team, they were so scared to go back. They want to stay there, and they want to fast until they meet death. Then Hanuman, he said, no, we should not do that. We are going to find Sita. While they were talking, somebody was watching them. It was so hungry, and somebody watching them. We stopped there in the last session. So now let's start today's session. There was a cave behind the rocks where Hanuman and his team were sitting. An old vulture named Sampati I'll share the screen. So when they were talking, a big vulture, it sat on the in the cave behind the rocks. The vulture's name was Sampati. It lived in that cave. Sampati was known for his sharp sense of hearing, vision, and smell. It had a huge body, but its wings were burnt out. He could gulp his prey at one go. Such was his power. Sampati came out of the cave when he heard the talks of Hanuman and his team. He was extremely hungry and he was pleased to see them. That bird was not like any other regular bird. It was, even though it was a vulture, it was a divine bird. It was thousands of years old. They say it doesn't have death, it is immortal. So that bird was very big. She saw the army of Vanaras and it thought, food at last. I'm so hungry. I can eat one by one all these Vanaras. After so many days, I got the food. So thinking that Sampati was moving closer to them when suddenly it heard the name of his brother Jatayu repeated very often. Angada, the prince there, he was talking to his friends. Okay, this is the end of our life, but we were able to serve Rama even a little bit. I have that satisfaction. So it is okay even if we die, but I wish we could have died like Jatayu, fighting for Sita's rescue. They said loudly. So they were talking about Jatayu. Do you remember the bird who fights Ravana when he was abducting Sita? So that Jatayu was a heroic bird. It sacrificed its life in the attempting to rescue Sita from Ravana. He was a great devotee of Lord Rama. In spite of his old age, he fought against the mighty Ravana. He nearly succeeded, but the merciless Ravana, the demon Ravana, cut off its wings and left him to die. So they were talking about Jatayu. Sampati heard his brother's name. So he was so shocked to learn about his brother Jatayu's death. He hasn't heard about his brother for a long time. He came and he was trying to communicate to those Vanaras. He introduced himself as I'm Sampati, I'm Jatayu's elder brother. I overheard you talking about him. May I know who you are and why are you here in this isolated, distant land? He asked Vanaras. Then Hanuman introduced himself as a chief minister of Monkey King Sugriva. He consoled Sampati and told him that Lord Sri Rama himself had helped Jatayu attain salvation by doing his last rites. So if Rama performs the last rites of anybody, they are going to attain moksha, that is liberation. They are going to immerse in Lord Rama, Lord Vishnu. So Jatayu attained that kind of siddhi. Then he narrated about the abduction of Sita and how they reached looking for her. After that, Sampati, he moved with great grief when he heard the news of Jatayu's death. He asked the Vanaras to get him down since his wings were burnt out. He could not fly. He asked Vanaras soldiers to bring him down and take him to the ocean so that for his dead brother, he wants to offer some water for his dead brother. He was sad because of his brother's death, and also he was furious with Ravana, who had killed his brother. So he said, "Oh Vanaras, it was Ravana who carried away Sita. He is the king of Lanka. Lanka is a very big island. It is surrounded by the sea. You have to go southwards from here to reach it. Go to Lanka and liberate Sita."
Hanuman.
Then Sampati, actually, he was blessed with a sharp vision by which he could see far away lands and objects too. So he gazed across the vast ocean and gave Hanuman several valuable inputs about the Lanka. He also said, "The city is full of lovely parks and gardens. I can see Mother Sita. She is sitting under a tree in Ashokavana. She is surrounded by several she demons and is waiting to be rescued. So cross the sea immediately." Sampati has a great vision. He could see from here, he could see all the way to Lanka, and
Is Sampati.
yeah, this is Sampati, the big bird. This is Jatayu fighting Ravana.
Jatayu. The Ravana cut Jatayu's wings off.
Yeah. So Sampati, Hanuman was talking to Sampati, so he saw where Sita is. He was able to see that far. Across the vast ocean, he could see that far. He saw where Sita is. Yeah, then Angada asked Sampati, "Tell us about yourself. Why did um, you in this living in this cave, and why did your feathers burnt out?" Then he said, "Jatayu and I, we soared uh, through air, flying higher and higher." They were brothers like that, and one day they were soaring higher and higher. They were near the sun. So as he drew near the blazing sun, Jatayu could not bear the heat. So he started falling from there.
Jatayu.
Mute, baby, mute. So Jatayu could not bear the heat and he started falling from the sky. Then Sampati saw that he positioned himself between his brother and sun to protect his brother. So sun's blazing, scorching rays burned out Sampati's wings. Jatayu fell down at some place, and he was also Sampati also. He fell to the earth and he never flew again. So he was unconscious for 6 days.
6 days.
He said, "My brother might have fell down at Janasthana where the Rakshasas live. Since then, I haven't seen my brother. When I was unconscious for 6 days, and then one rishi came and he comforted me, and the rishi, he foreseen the future and told Sampati, after a very long time, there is one incident going to be happen. From that, Lord Vishnu came as Rama. He goes to forest, and then his wife Sita will get abducted by a demon. Then some of the Vanara soldiers, they will come searching for Sita. Let me share the screen again. Yeah. So Sampati's wings were burned there. So that Rishi came and he said to Sampati, you are going to grow your wings when you tell the whereabouts of Sita to those Vanaras. So now Sampati is telling them about Sita. So his wings started to grow back again. He was speaking, his wings grew back again, and the Vanaras were so happy. The Vanaras thanked Sampati and went towards the sea. They saw the vast ocean. They wondered how they could possibly cross the ocean and reach Lanka. The Prince Angada, the leader Angada, he urged all the Vanaras to come forward who can leap of 100 yojanas across the sea. That sea was 100 yojanas distance. So he was asking everyone who is able to leap at once. So some Vanaras, they proclaimed their leaping capacity. Some can leap 10 yojanas, some 20, some 30, but nobody was able to go 100 yojanas at once. And then the oldest person there, Jambavanta, the old bear, he said, I can cross 100 yojanas, but I grew old, so my energy got reduced. Now I'm not able to flew back again. So who is there? Then Prince Angada, he's the leader of the Vanaras there. He said, I can go, I can cross these 100 yojanas, but I'm not sure I will be able to return. Although everyone was proclaiming their powers, Hanuman said nothing. He just sat there silently. Then Jambavanta said to Angada, you are the leader of this team. You have to take care of this team, so you should not go there. I know someone very has very rare powers, and only he could leap across the ocean. That is Hanuman, but he doesn't know his ability. He told Hanuman, oh Hanuma, you are blessed with so many virtuous qualities. Nothing is beyond your capabilities. So you are superior to all other beings in strength, intelligence, energy, and courage. So you just have to realize your own strength. And then Jambavanta started telling about Hanuman's birth secret and his story. This is Jambavanta. He was talking to Hanuman about his birth story, the secret of his birth story. He said there was one great well-known Apsara called Punjikasthala. Her name was Punjikasthala. Due to a curse, she was reborn as Anjana. The Vanara king Kunjara raised her. She was married to a Vanara named Kesari. According to the advice of Matanga Rishi, Anjana and Kesari perform intense tapas to fulfill their wish for a child. They didn't have children, so Rishi Matanga advised them to go perform the tapas, intense penance. Wind god would send her one fruit every day. She was doing her sadhana, tapas, on the Tirumala Tirupati, that hills, those mountains. Wind god used to give her a fruit every day. That was enough for her. That was her diet. It was enough for her to withstand the entire day. One day, Vayu, the wind god, he took Lord Shiva's brilliance and transferred it into a fruit, and he gave that fruit to Anjana and said, your son will born to you, and he will be equal to me in every way. The Jambavanta was saying to Hanuman, later you were born in a cave. So when Hanuman born, all the devatas, because he was born for a reason to help Rama, so everybody, they showered flowers on him. One day, when he was a child, he was very hungry. He could not see his mother near. So he saw the sun in the sky raising up above the trees, and he thought it was a fruit, it was a mango. So he jumped into the sky with a view to catching it. Lord Indra saw this, and he thought the Hanuman was going to pluck the sun out of the sky. So he hit Hanuman with his thunderbolt, Vajrayudha. Then Hanuman's jaw was broken. He fell unconscious. Then the wind god, he got angry because he was also a father in one way. He gave the fruit and Hanuman was born. So he got angry and he stopped going to visiting all the three worlds, like earth, heavens, and the lower worlds. He stopped and he stand still. He become still. So when there is no air, no wind, how can we breathe? So everybody was starting to die without the air. So the gods were worried. At last, Lord Brahma came. He granted a boon that no one would be able to defeat Hanuman in the battle. Not even Rama and Lakshmana can do anything. Hanuman is that strong. He got the weapon, that Brahmastra, it is also not able to harm you. Lord Indra said, the death would come to you only when you wish to die. That means Hanuman is Chiranjeevi, immortal. He is never going to die. He is still there. He is still living. There is no death for him. So he also got blessed with invisible strength, sea of wisdom. He got boons from each and every god. They gave so many wishes to him, so many boons to him. Being gifted with so many powers, the energetic Hanuma used to bother the rishis when they were meditating. And after some time, these rishis got annoyed by his naughtiness, and then they kind of give him a curse, like he'll forget everything, all his powers. He used to become big, small, invisible. So with all those powers, he used to annoy them. So they gave the curse to forget all the powers he had. But they also gave the solution. If someone reminds him of his powers, then they are going to come back. He'll realize his powers. After that, Hanuman's naughtiness was over. He used to be calm, quiet, but he was very smart and he was very strong also. He grew up like that, and then he became chief minister of Sugriva after that. He forgot all his powers. That's why Jambavanta reminding Hanuman his powers. So at once he could feel his powers. His powers are returning to him. So he became aware of his abilities. He could fly. He can become huge or very small. He can become invisible. To achieve such extraordinary accomplishments that no ordinary mortal could think of, he has Ashtasiddhis. That means 8 types of powers, like become big, small, invisible, like that. They are called Ashtasiddhis, Garima, Laghima, Ishitva. They have those names. So Hanuman, he remembered all his powers. So motivated by Jambavanta's talk, Hanuman is now confident of crossing the ocean in a single leap. Everybody was overjoyed and they all shouted, they are encouraging Hanuman, they all shouted Jai Shri Ram, and then they wished him luck. Hanuman turned himself into a gigantic size and soared above the ocean with great speed. Then he started flying like that, and then he's going to face so many demons. So it's already 8:30, so I'm going to tell you about what he did next week. Okay, so now it's going to be interesting how Hanuma faces all those demons. Okay, anybody has any doubts? Any questions?
Ma'am,
Yeah, Lohit?
in school, I have this Hindu mythology book which tells all the Hindu stories and stuff.
Yeah, that's very nice. It's good. You will get a knowledge of so much other stuff. Yeah. So let's wrap it up. Let's chant Shanti Mantra. Okay, close your eyes. Say it with me. Asato ma
Sadgamaya,
sadgamaya tamaso ma
Sadgamaya,
jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Shanti,
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 Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you for joining. See you next week.
Bye. 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 Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.